about you this week on the programme. I can't remember a time when we've taken so many calls about someone who isn't one of our pundits or isn't even a current player or manager, but you're building up a bit of a reputation as being, if you don't mind me saying, like the Simon Cowell of football punditry.
I don't wear my trousers around my waist.
And a lot of people have got the opinion that you say things to deliberately cause a stir, deliberately upset people, deliberately criticise people. I mean, Derek Johnstone sitting here even criticised his clothes during the week in the game. Do you say things to deliberately cause a reaction?
Look, I form an argument. I think about what I do. I love the work I do for BT. I work for a company who is deadly serious about Scottish football, and what we try and produce programs and take it into people's front rooms and into pubs, and we talk about the big points, and we want to encourage debate. That's fundamentally what we do, and we try our best to do that. Do we get everything right all the time? Absolutely not. When you're a pundit, you're there to be shot at, and I accept when I get things wrong. But the stuff I've said about Mark Warburton and Rangers, and I'm on Twitter now, I haven't heard anybody come up with an argument to the contrary, which is arguing a strong case for Rangers. I'm led to believe that Derek Johnstone the other night, some of his comments about me deliberately trying to cause controversy. Well, I work in the media now, and you've got someone sitting there next to you who's an embarrassment to the media profession. He's an apologist. He's a charlatan. He's a Rangers puppet. He's a cheerleader. That's what he is. And I don't mind, everybody has their opinions, but this is a guy, through the Craig White era, the Charles Green, the Ali McCoys, he's still backing Rangers. So, at least I can go home and I can look in the mirror and say I'm trying to do my job properly. I saw Derek the other night in the director's box. He took one look at me and he popped out. It was embarrassing.
All right, Derek, well, listen, I've got to let Derek come back in on this.
Well, for a start, I wasn't in the director's box, so he obviously couldn't have been looking. I mean, I'm the same. I'm the same as himself. Listen. You've had your 5 minutes of nonsense. I'll take over now. The one thing that we all have in life is choice. And the choice for me now is when I'm watching the television, especially football, and it's BT, and it's a game I want to see, I'll watch it, but I'll turn the sound down because I think I get absolutely nothing from yourself. Absolutely nothing from yourself except negativity. That's all you get from you, Chris. I think you try. Hold on. You try and belittle it when you're on the pitch at most of these grounds when you're there before the game. Anybody says anything different to you, you bawl and shout at them. You're the man. What you say is right. And I think that's ridiculous. You're talking about fellow footballers. Hold on. You've had your thing. You're talking about fellow footballers. You have no respect for them whatsoever. You're trying to make a name for yourself, which is fine. I don't think you're going the right way about it.
Well, Derek,
I certainly don't think you're going the right way about it. I'll tell you something. For 25 years, I've been doing football and I've been all over Europe doing commentaries and everything else. I have never once at any ground in Scotland or anywhere else.
All right, Chris, I'll let you come back in. Let Derek finish. I'll let you come back in, Chris.
I have never ever had two security men follow me around the ground and stand beside me on a gantry. And that's exactly what happened the other night.
What is your point, though, Derek? What has that got to do with anything I've said? You're a party political broadcaster, Derek. You're an embarrassment. You shouldn't be on the radio.
For you to say before the game and even before that, if Mark Warburton loses his next two games, he will be sacked. What a load of utter nonsense. That's your opinion and you're entitled to it. I think it's utter nonsense.
Well, that's hardly forming an argument, Derek, is it?
Well, what do you mean? Of course it's forming an argument. You're saying things, trying to get a reaction from people.
Well, Derek, the problem you have is you don't tell the truth. It's as simple as that. You back Charles Green, you back Craig White.
Don't talk absolute rot.
Absolutely embarrassing.
That is absolute nonsense.
Derek,
how would you know that from down south that I was backing people? You're not even in this country.
Every Celtic fan, every fan in Scotland, just tell the truth. Listen, people can't accuse me of being biased. I formed an opinion on Ronnie Dyler in August which people were forming at the end of the season.
Yeah, which was a disgrace, by the way. Some of the things you were saying about the man, we can all say he's not right for Celtic, it's poor, but the way you said it about that poor man,
I think
you absolutely caned the man.
It's called having an opinion.
No, it's not. There's an opinion and there's going over the top.
I think in terms of what Chris had to say about Ronnie Dyla, whether it's him or anybody else, we are all bound by the parameters of the law. So, Chris can go so far, but knows there's a line he cannot cross. From a journalistic perspective, it stuck in the middle between two former players, now both in this side of the fence.
Yeah, but one of us is you, one of us isn't, because one of us is an embarrassment to the profession.
Well, you can't help that.
Because he doesn't have a balanced opinion.
What a load of absolute
rubbish. To be fair, Chris, I have sat here and...
Through the troubles of Rangers, Ali McCoy's his mate, he didn't say anything derogatory about him. I mean, just tell the truth, Derek. That's what
I did tell the truth. That is what I believed at the time, and I still do. Well, as much as you are telling porkies with some of the things you're trying to put over on the television and on the radio and on the television.
You just made a statement. Back it up, then, Derek. What's the porky then? Go on.
Well, listen. You're just somebody that I will not. I'm absolutely disgusted with myself that I'm actually talking to you tonight, because there's no respect whatsoever for you. Absolutely no respect whatsoever.
All right, guys, I don't want this to get too personal. Obviously,
you've had it. It's personal.
No, but but let's keep it in the realms of professionalism as well, because we're all in the same industry. We might come at it from different ways, different aspects, Jerry, different approaches, but let's not get too personal.
Listen, we've all got opinions. I don't like his opinions. He doesn't like mine. Fine. End of story. We just agree not to like each other and don't like each other's opinions.
All right, Chris, listen, Tuesday night, I believe you're back up in Glasgow.
Yeah, I'd love Derek to come on the 27th. It's at St Luke's. It'll be a good night. There'll be some... it'll be a question and answer, and there'll be some honest.
Listen, I hope you make plenty of money out of it, but I certainly won't be anywhere near it.
That's a shame, Derek.
Yeah,
that would have been nice.
Yeah. If people want to come along, are their tickets still available, Chris?
I think there might be. There's certainly one for Derek if he's not too busy, but we'll see.
All right, Chris, listen, thanks very much for taking the time. What about the Morton-Aberdeen one, the other semi-final? Where do you see that one going? Can Morton cause a shock?
No.
That sums it up.
It does indeed, Chris Sutton. Thanks very much for